Hello, my name is Kevin Good, and I'll be teaching your son or daughter this year in accounting. The purpose of this video is twofold. One is to give you a little bit of personal background information about me, so you know who I am as a person. And the second part is going to be the obvious, the nuts and bolts of what the students are going to be learning and how we're going to approach that. I'm not going to get into any of the expectations of the students or the procedural things. That has been posted to Progress Book, and you can certainly take a look at it there. If you have any questions about it or anything at any time during this year, please do not hesitate to email me, and we'll definitely be in touch quickly. So let's go ahead right to it, and I'll give you some, as I said, personal background. I graduated from Brecksville High School in 1984, and there's a reason why Broadview Heights is not in the school name, because in 1984 it hadn't been added yet. I was happy when it was added, though, because I did grow up in Broadview Heights, right on Wallings Road. I currently live in Brecksville and have for the last 22 years. I have 3 children that all graduated from Brecksville High School, and I live, currently alone with my wife of 31 years, and she is a teacher, STEM teacher in the Parma School District at Greenbrier Middle School. I graduated from Miami University in 1988 with a Bachelor of Science in Business, and yeah, look at that. I majored in accounting and actually worked as an accountant. For the majority of my accounting career was with Ameritrust and Society Bank. Went through the merger with the situation, and that kind of made up my mind for me that maybe corporate America wasn't the best place for me. I did spend a little time in the summer of 2012, 3 months, working in the IT training department for Cliffs Natural Resources. That was an outstanding experience for me as well, great learning experience. And just to finish this off, I started teaching here in Brecksville in 1994. So what are some of the nuts and bolts of the objectives of this course? And I'm just going to skip right to number 3. We're going to be learning the basic concepts, principles, and practices of accounting for 2 different scenarios. The first, and it's pretty well balanced as far as the first semester, we'll be looking at a service business that's organized as a sole proprietorship. And then the second semester, we'll be looking at a merchandising business that's organized as a corporation. A lot of different tendencies between those 2 things. So I think it's a good experience for the kids, and it does very closely mirror any principles of accounting course that they may have to take in college if they decide to major in any type of business field. So how are we going to go about it? Well, this is a typical accounting cycle for a service business, which is what we're starting with. And, we're going to kick things off by analyzing transactions. That's the first thing they got to do. You got to figure out what happened. And then once you figure out what happened and what accounts were affected, you jump over to number 2, and you got to journalize those things. And we're doing this all paper pencil. We're not using any kind of automated scenario. It's all paper pencil. I think it's important that they learn it that way. And then we learn how to post into the general ledger. And then when we get to the end of a reporting period, whether that's a month or a quarter or a year, we're going to follow the procedures of our textbook and prepare a worksheet, which will then afford us the ability to easily prepare the financial statements for that particular reporting period. And then we go through the closing process. So we essentially go through this cycle twice, once for the sole proprietorship service business, and then once for the corporation merchandising business. So that's just a thumbnail sketch of what we're going to be doing. Again, as I mentioned earlier, please email if you have any questions, and thank you so much for checking in. Have a great year.